Well, first of all, it's a very interesting crisis because it's a transnational crisis within the European Union. It's not an international crisis between, two countries or two states far apart. And so it's the more so interesting that indeed it has obviously a political dimension. Not only the fact that Di Maio would go and meet with a very specific group of Gilets jaunes and one of their leaders who happens indeed to have been violent. But there's also a political dimension in Italy, obviously, with a competition between Di Maio and Salvini, the two main political parties that make up for that coalition. So it's a multifaceted crisis. And I think that indeed the reactions in Brussels that we've just heard are quite legitimate.
But Italy's Five-Star Movement is saying that France has overreacted. Do you think France was perhaps too quick in recalling its ambassador to Rome?
Well, France has reacted according to old-fashioned diplomatic rules, which obviously Mr. Di Maio doesn't seem to be aware of. It's quite unique that an Italian minister, unannounced, would go and meet with some protesters in the neighboring country. So I think the French authorities, and that's what they've explained over and over again, wanted to make a point. And indeed, it reminds us, of really sort of 19th century habits of calling your ambassador. But still, it was the way to make the point.
I mean, we have two countries here with very different visions. You've got Mr. Macron's pro-EU government, you've got the populists in Italy. A lot of this is because of the forthcoming May EU elections.
Well, it's obviously a dimension, but I would underline the domestic Italian scene. I think we should have a look into that as well. The coalition in Rome is not actually a very happy one. All the promises that have been made are not actually concrete at all. So it's also a way to distract, I guess, Italian public opinion from what's happening at home. And again, you have this competition between Salvini and Di Maio.
Christine Ockrent, very good to get your point.